You good, Aubrey?
Yes.
Say and spell your name, sir, so we don't misspell it.
Alex Wiggins, Alexwiggins, and the CEO at the RTA.
And kind of explain what is being done today so far.
So essentially what we're showing you is what our disinfection process we have in place for all of our systems. You're looking at a bus, but we're doing the very same thing on our paratransit vehicles, on our streetcars, and our ferries as well. And what we want to reassure the public is that our daily maintenance routine, every single 24-hour operating period, disinfects all of our equipment, disinfects the bus, because every day we're fighting common colds and flu. And so today you're looking at what that looks like. And then in addition to our daily routine of wiping down every single hard surface, the areas where the operator sits, the fare box, all of those areas where customers actually touch on the bus, we actually will do a deeper cleaning every 48 to 72 hours to do our very best to stay ahead of this current COVID-19.
And this is something you'll do every day?
Every single day.
And then has it been ramped up because of the corona?
You know, what we've actually ramped up is actually the deeper cleaning process, actually making sure we pay attention to the driver's compartment and to the fare box, and paying extra attention to the areas where our passengers actually touch. And so we do this every day, but we're going to be a little bit more vigilant to make sure that we've covered every single spot where passengers come into contact.
What can you tell us about the disinfectant? If you spray it at night and in the morning, does it last all day? Does it protect all day?
From my understanding, it's the same type of disinfectant used by many other organizations, hospitals of that nature. It does a very, very good job of fighting off all types of different viruses and other issues. And so we're confident that if we maintain this routine, we can do the very best that we can to keep everyone safe and healthy.
How much dollar amount does it cost to do this, and then how much additional dollars?
It's built into our operating costs, and so right now we're not spending any additional monies. If we have to ramp up our efforts by bringing in staff and overtime, we'll be able to take a look at that right now. But right now, this is really built into our day-to-day operating cost.
Do they always wear the suits when they do this 24 hours a day?
We will be wearing the suits because we have to acknowledge that we have to make sure we do everything we can to mitigate risk of transmission, and so we'll be taking some extra precautionary measures for our maintenance staff then, but they don't ordinarily have to wear the suits. But again, we want to be as careful as we possibly can.
So that's something they're wearing the suits because of the corona.
Correct.
And touch on obviously they're wiping it down the spray gun. What kind of explain how that works?
Essentially what they're doing is applying a disinfectant mist to the entire interior of the vehicle, so we can cover all of the surface area on the interior of the buses, streetcars, paratransit vehicles as well. And that actually settles, and then with a couple of minutes it renders whatever viruses or whatever diseases it encounters neutral, essentially. And we'll continue this process every single day. And again, what's most importantly is we'll follow that up with a deeper cleaning every 48 to 72 hours.
And touch on how many buses, streetcars, ferries that they're doing this, and how much staff there is?
We're going to look at all of our equipment. So we have, just over 140 buses in our fleet. Right now we're operating limited ferry service, and so we'll work with our contractor there as well, and on all of our paratransit vehicles and all of our streetcar vehicles. And so we're looking at our entire fleet undergoing this process every single 24-hour period, and they're getting a deeper cleaning every 48 to 72 hours.
And how many staff are on hand?
So our maintenance department is large. I don't have that number at the top of my head right now, but we do have sufficient staff. We also have overtime available, and so if we find that we actually have to pay more attention, we can ramp up by actually paying employees overtime to do more work. Now, the message I would like to leave with you is what's really important for our paratransit customers. As the City of New Orleans, the Department of Health, as we follow their guidance, we absolutely need to make sure all of our paratransit customers who need critical medical transport, that we have your most updated information. And so make sure that when you call into our dispatch line, we have your most up-to-date information. So as this situation changes, we can keep you informed to keep you safe.
That's obviously going to be a level of concern for you. Elderly people are going to be more susceptible to this. People with medical conditions. Is that something that's on your radar then?
Absolutely. It's why it's critical that those particular riders who use our paratransit service, that we have their most up-to-date information. So as the Department of Health shares information with us, we can share it with them. Because at the end of the day, collectively, everyone's working to minimize the impact and keep everyone safe.
When you say their latest information, you mean like their addresses, or what do you need to know?
Their
from them?
updated telephone numbers. I mean, we should have current, but I want to make doubly sure that we have current information. So make sure we have your current telephone number and your current address, of course, and then any particular medical needs that are unique.
Touch on how many people use this service daily. I mean, you have people going from streetcar to bus. How many people use an RTA bus?
Yeah, our ridership is approaching 20 million people per year, which makes us a pretty robust system. So it's widely used across the region, and in particular all of our modes. Bus and streetcar, of course, carrying the majority of our passengers, but we have a very significant paratransit ridership and ferry ridership as well. And so what I would want to communicate is that everyone just be as safe as possible.
So about how many people use it a day?
We'll break that down. You get 20 million a year, divided by 365 will give you a good average. I don't have that number at the top of my head.
20 million a year using the service.
Thank you. That's right.
Right.
Appreciate it.